Alright, so we're back. Once again, are you ready for another adventure with Dragon's 9 Realms? I'm actually curious, because a lot of you were saying that this is supposed to devolve into even more madness, and I just can't simply believe it gets any worse. Surely there has to be an episode worthy of our respect and our love and adoration. This might be that episode.
Stop lying.
So we're in the forest, and we see this character comes out, and I'm like, okay, he doesn't look so bad. Finally, a decent, handsome character that doesn't look like his face was cooked in the microwave.
I love the smell of freshly butchered trees.
Never mind. So these guys are all brothers from clearly different mothers or fathers. I don't know what the frick is going on here. It's like they copy-pasted their faces. They're all the exact same model, but one is clearly not like the others. But anyway, I guess their little chainsaw stops working. Why are they all taking steroids? Anyway, so it only stops working for a second before Teacup Guy comes over.
Don't rush me. It makes me nervous.
Lord, what's that, dude?
Oh boy, here he comes.
Why don't I hear the sweet sound of Sawtee chewing through pine?
What are these characters? Bro, what? So of course this character is like, don't call me Leonard. Only my mom calls me that. Call me Buzzsaw. I can't. Oh man, I think I need some alcohol to watch this, bro. Look, I was a baby once, I was a little kid once, and I do not remember a time where I would have sat down and watched it like this. Like, stuff like this actually used to annoy me. Teletubbies, Barney, all that stuff, I despised those things. I don't even remember watching stuff like this. I used to watch like animated stuff that wasn't geared towards kids. The only thing I can remember remotely watching, if I even watched that, was Sesame Street. Then I watched horror movies. My uncle used to let me stay up late and watch horror movies, but whenever I did watch any animated stuff, it wasn't stuff like this. The characters actually made sense. Maybe it's because I asked too many questions when I was little. Everything that my mom bought for me as a means of on-screen entertainment that was geared towards children, I didn't like, unless it was geared towards teenagers. Things that required you to actually use your brain and think. Then again, I also didn't watch a lot of TV, so I don't know.
Buzzsaw.
Bro, we've only just begun. So they tell him they're out of gas. And he's like, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. And I completely get where he's coming from, because if you hire these guys, if they're working for you at your lumber company, and they're responsible for the chainsaw, first of all, why don't you have an extra tool? You're cutting down you're a lumber company. Why would you ever run out of gas and then look all flabbergasted? That's not the way people like this operate. You usually have more on hand, or you have extra tools if one stops working. This is so stupid.
We have a problem. I have a solution. If we're out of gas, we go electric.
So, okay. These guys are supposed to be, I can't even. So, let's not go pick up more gas. Let's just, what? I'm so confused. So he's like, watch the magic, bro. And they have the nerve to be judging him, claiming there's something wrong with him. You guys are the freaking lumberjacks. There's something wrong with you because you clearly don't even know how to operate your... First of all, why are 3 men? Why are 2 other men watching 1 man work the machine? Why don't they each have saws? If they're all responsible for cutting down a certain amount of trees, why would they waste time with 1 person doing the work and the other people not doing anything, just standing there with their arms folded? That's not how that works. But anyway, the freaking dude, Buzzsaw, plugs something in, and of course it sparks, and we know that's gonna start a fire. And then it switches to Tom having fun with his ugly cow dragon, Thunder. He's off on his own, enjoying himself. And he goes to a place in the hidden world, or this discount papier-mâché version of it, and finds a beautiful lake. This looks abstract as hell. Anyway, he's like, oh my god, I wish the others could see this, but then they'll know that I've been adventuring alone, which is like, why is that a problem? So this is actually interesting. Watching him bond with this dragon he already bonded with immediately, which shouldn't have happened, but anyway. So as they're flying overhead, these glowing plankton are woken up from their slumber like, who the hell just stroked us on our backs? That was so freaking rude.
This just felt like a safe place to talk it out.
That was actually good because I did not see that coming. I don't know why I didn't see it coming, but he was all in his thoughts. His face as he gets scared. helmet drops into the freaking water and he dives in to get it. And then for some reason, the dragons are like, oh, what's up? Food that we've never seen before. But Thunder gets him out in time. He actually looks kind of cute right here in a very weird, ugly, rough texture type of way. Tom is fine. He's like, I'm sorry. I got the helmet.
Boy, if you don't get...
You know, honestly, I cannot blame Thunder in this moment in time because I'd probably feel the same way because I'm like, bro, you didn't tell me we were doing this. You didn't tell me we were risking our lives together. You didn't tell me that kamikazing was something we were going to be doing in our free time. So I understand why he's mad. But Tom is off exploring alone because of the symbol on his helmet. The same one that Thunder burned into the freaking wall. He wants to know how it connects to him, his family. Oh my god, bro, your nails look awful. You need some vitamins.
I can't believe he did it again.
Did what, June?
You can't believe the guy who wanted to keep dragons a secret even from us and made a career out of sneaking around Icarus went off on his own.
You see, actually, she's one of the smartest people, and that's not really saying much. But everyone knew Tom to be kind of isolated or secluded because he chose to be. June is the one that can't understand personal boundaries and when people need space alone, which makes her very annoying and makes her look weird as hell from the side. So D'Angelo, who is thankfully less annoying in this episode, says that he's actually surprised when Tom is here.
Cullerson's a lone wolf, that's his edge, but we're supposed to be a team.
So does that mean that if you're a team, you can't ever have any alone time? Because that's what she's getting at. She would make the most annoying wife ever, or girlfriend when she gets older, because I can see them becoming a thing, her and Tom, and she would be freaking incessant. The man would want some time alone, and this woman would be like, we're a team. Where you go, I go. Okay, honey, I'm trying to take a shit. No, we're a team. When you shit, I watch. And it's gonna be so freaking annoying. Like, from this girl off rip, since they introduced her, I could not stand her. As an introvert myself, it just annoyed the frick out of me. This woman comes into your personal space, you're playing with your toy, she grabs it from you, damages it, expects you to tell her everything, but she can keep secrets from you, but you can't keep secrets from her. Bro, this is how my face would look being around her. I couldn't even stomach being around someone like this for long periods of time. So Tom shows up and she's all mad. Oh, what's up, Tom? I wonder where you've been. Bitch ain't my girlfriend. Get the fuck off me. Why do you have a freaking afternoon shadow? What is going on with the lighting on these characters?
We've been waiting for you. You know you're not supposed to go exploring by yourself.
I'm sorry, are you my fucking mom? Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting mad. I get it. Maybe she's talking about him not being in danger, but bro, you took a freaking dragon home that everybody else agreed you shouldn't. Look how many things you've done. You left D'Angelo by himself without a dragon the last 2 episodes, when there are dangerous dragons around, and you know this. So the hypocrisy is kind of strong with you, little lips.
Help me out, D'Angelo.
Rule number 7, always travel with a partner.
Well, why? She could just conjure something to bug the dragons like I'm sure she already has to find you. This woman can make solutions out of thin air, so why are they worried? No one's ever in any real danger as long as she's around, right? And they sent her off by herself in the last episode. Do these characters have short-term memory or something?
This is coming from Icarus.
So they get an emergency face. I'm sorry, I'm so stupid. They get an emergency ping, and apparently something is wrong. Wanna bet it's the fire?
No, this is coming from Icarus.
So the grown-ups see the forest fire blazing. The manager woman's like, I don't want to go down there and save anyone because of liability and her stuff and shit. They want to know what started the fire. And of course, Tom's mother wants to help. And so does D'Angelo's dad in the big red suit. But the manager woman says no. But don't worry, June's mother will say yes.
Take a van, just in case. Out of the question. What was that?
Yeah, right, okay. Like she wouldn't have heard you throw the freaking keys. So Tom and his friends notice that the fire is blazing too, but at least it's not on the way to the town. The mom's like, look, you kids hunker down in case the fire changes direction so you can all roast when it gets to you. And of course they're like, we're all gonna go on our dragons. I guess people can't call firemen. Firemen don't exist in this universe, so they're all... These brothers from other mothers or fathers are kind of closed in the forest. They need to get out of there. They don't want to die for their boss's lumber company. And he went out to get gas, which is what he should have done in the beginning. So this Mel Gibson ass is like, let's go, but they're trapped. Why are they screaming with their arms open like that. Also, why are they, I mean, I get it, the fire and the smoke is a problem and they can't get out, but they're on an asphalt road. It's not gonna catch on fire. The worst that's gonna happen is they're gonna be very hot and they have to lay in the ground so they don't die of smoke inhalation, and wait for the fire to burn out and just sit there. You think guys who've been working a lumber company with trees for a long time would have had experience with forest fires, but anyway, these are also the same people who didn't know what to do when the freaking thing ran out of gas and they only had one tool for a lumber company.
Fire spreading fast.
So they almost hit into a rock, D'Angelo and Tom's mother and father. I mean, whatever. So he's like, you got this, bitch? She's like, yeah, bro. I ride helicopters. Not the same vehicle, but okay. So of course the friends are worried about the dragons being seen. Ew, look at his breastage. But Tom says that they can use the smoke as cover. So, here's the issue. They didn't account for using the smoke as cover and not being able to see through the smoke themselves to locate where their parents are in order to help them to put out the fires and stuff. How are they gonna solve this problem? Can you guess? Take a guess. Let's see how much of you are paying attention.
Maybe I didn't think of everything.
I got it. Activating the mommies and daddies tracker.
Apparently, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? So she, hold on, let me relax. Oh my God, hold on, wait. I always gotta have a bottle of water with me when this shit happens, because I swear to God, this making me thirsty. So wow. Oh my God. I don't get paid enough to do these fucking videos. I swear to God. I do not. This is not enjoyable for me in the least. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Fucking A, bro. So she bugged the parents. Out of thin air, just decided that was a solution instead of. How did she even? You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Where they pull things out of their ass to solve problems instead of actually doing something relatable and believable to teach kids or whoever this is fucking aimed towards how to actually use their brains on an everyday basis for mundane, simple problems. Nope. Let's just let somebody who can create holograms and freaking AI in a few hours suddenly pull up the fact that she bugged their parents off screen. So if someone gets lost, they can never actually be lost unless the plot calls for it, and suddenly they're not bugged anymore, right? And then you have to wonder, how did she do it? How did she do it? You can't make them eat it because they'll just shit it out, so you'd have had to inject them under the skin. And nobody sees this bitch as a goddamn psychopath? Seriously?
You bugged our parents? What are you, some kind of super spy?
Now you're starting to get it.
Wait a minute. Am I bugged?
I would fuck her up. I'm sorry. No, that would not be my friend. I cannot trust her. They just talked about, oh, don't go off and do stuff on your own. When did she go off and do that? She would have had to have done it on her own, but yet they're giving Tom the freaking 3rd-degree burn for going off and exploring on his own, and she bugged their parents. You didn't ask to bug my parents. You bugged your parents. Did I tell you to bug my parents? That's fucking creepy. No one sees an issue with this? You bugged another human being without their consent, and nobody finds this an issue. Wow. Oh, and notice, June is eerily quiet. Past the whole, what's that word people call things when people just make things out of thin air to solve problems? There's a word for it. I don't remember. It starts with M. But past that, we now know she's a fucking psychopath.
Focus, guys. Take the lead out.
See? D'Angelo actually has a problem. Like, he's freaked out. He's the only person out of all of these people who has the most realistic reaction. Like, holy shit, this bitch is nuts. At this point, I would believe she's an android because there is no way possible. Look at how worried he is. Dragon doesn't care, but look how worried he is. That is a very human and realistic reaction because he's like, okay, nobody else is concerned about this, bro? I don't care what the reason this is. This is freaking China, bro. We're not gonna start going around and invading people's privacy and bugging them.
You can't escape my watchful eyes.
Bitch, Okay, I am so done. I am so done with this. I hate her. Look at her Chucky the doll looking ass. She is so weird. Like, it's not even a weird, good weird. It's like serial killer vibes weird. Can you say OP? Why have they even written a character like this? I would respect her more if they showed her kind of power creeping a little bit, but off rip, she knows how to fucking make an AI. She knows how to make anything. It doesn't even matter that I make a list, because anything you can think of that they need for the moment, where it depends on technology, she knows how to make it, bro. You need something to massage your spine? Oh, I got you. Give me 5 minutes. Don't know where she got the alloys and material from and the tools, but she can do it. You need a new eye? I got you. I got you. Just give me 2 minutes. I got you. I'm gonna spawn one from out of the writer's ass.
It's a logging town, 12 o'clock.
Wait, so it was a logging town? It was a whole ass town, not just a company, a town. Okay, that makes sense, because the trees, and they only had one chainsaw? Like, this whole thing didn't need to happen. This guy was in business for how many years? Why was this, never mind, whatever. So Tom and his friends decide that they're gonna have to help try to put out some of the fire, and this thing decides that she's going to try and be invisible.
Stay out of sight.
That's no problem. There's time.
Is that supposed to be funny? So Tom's like, we can still see you, right? And she's like, oh, she can make a freaking AI, but she doesn't remember, even though she's done this many times before, that when she's riding her dragon goes in, fuck you, show. Fuck you to hell. So as they're driving, the parents, the fire is put out by water and stuff, and the parents are like, what was that? Oh my God. And they're freaking out, but then they're like, well, whatever it was, it bought us more time. There's a problem though, these guys are starting to cough too heavily. So I guess Feathers, since she can go invisible, takes the guys up because Alex can control her and brings them to safety. So if she could do that the whole time and instruct her dragon as to what to do, why is she even there? Why doesn't the dragon just follow everybody's lead? And they say, well, dragons don't take control from everybody else. But we've seen in the other episode that they do, despite the character saying that they don't. Good Lord. I hate this whole thing though, where people are like, it's just a kid's show, you're taking it too seriously. Okay, do you wonder why certain kids lick toilet seats now at airports? You don't think it has anything to do with what they're consuming? I mean, there's a correlation here. Kids aren't worth it. They are so beneath adults that when you write, you no longer have to put any effort into the writing. Who cares? It's like they outsourced this to some other freaking country or something to make this for Americans, because Lord have mercy, I can't. Hold on a second. Whoa, wait, hold on, wait. What is going on right now? What? Where's the black one? Oh, now they're all the same color. Hold up. Okay, show you were not gonna gaslight me right now. Hold on. Okay, so there was one that was black as hell. I'm just making sure, like, we are seeing the same thing, right? The one with the nice lips. Okay, so, right. Just making sure. He is very clearly super dark, right? And then they realized halfway through or near the end of the episode that they made a mistake. I can't. Oh my God, I can't. Oh Lord, it's almost over. It's almost over. It's almost over. So now, of course, they're using their dragon. I can't. So they bring them over the burning log so that their parents can pick up the lumberjack guys. Oh look, his color is back. So they're all scared because they're like, an angel or something picked us up. It was a miracle. The dark one is in the middle. Right? You see, these are the things that I guess other people don't complain. But this is, even as a little kid, I would notice things like this. It would annoy the shit out of my mom. But I would notice things like this. Maybe I'm weird. He's in the middle, very clearly, right? While this guy is offing himself. But in the rear view mirror, now he's not in the middle. Confusing as shit. Anyway, they almost have a head-on collision with the freaking buzzsaw dude that looks like he wants to kill everyone. His neck is way too short and skinny for his head to be held up like that. Anyway, they think he's crazy because he's going back into the fire. And he has gasoline, and he's like, just breathe. I kind of feel bad for him because I think he's trying to save what's left. And he says, when I figure out who started the fire, I'm gonna get him, even though he's the one that started the fire. And he's planning on putting out the fire, and then he sees thunder. And there's several times where he sees this dragon overhead, and he's like, what is that? He then calls it a lightning bird. So we have people with these different accounts, the parents included, and this guy. And you know, I get it. The kids are trying to help, but why did Tom decide in this moment, if he knows that there are possibly people there? I mean, unless he's taking a big risk, but then why wouldn't Alex just use her dragon? Because they're impervious to fire, right? Why would you just use that dragon that's invisible to go find other people? You clearly can instruct her to do so. So why do the other dragons even need to be there? You're risking them getting seen, which is exactly what happened. So Buzzsaw crashes, and then of course the gasoline blows up the van and almost hits into the dragons. And now the fire is heading towards the town. Are there no firemen in this town? Really? They have a situation like this where they're working with technology or just working in general and they don't have any emergency services. I would sue the shit out of these people. So now what are they gonna do? So Tom has an idea. Ew, looking like a frickin' Pontiac. He goes back to the lake and Uglyhead over there is like, don't go, Tom. And he sees the little firefly plankton things. The reason he went back is because the dragons are out of steam. At least they do that. And of course they say they need a bigger water dragon and Tom knows where there's one. So of course the water dragon comes over and is very aggressive towards him and Alex saved him because she followed him. And she's mad at him. And she's like, you're stupid. Even though she also went off on her own to go do something in last episode, but let's just ignore that. Tom says he saw this dragon earlier. If it's super aggressive, why would it stop attacking him? Now it's just randomly flying around minding its business. It would still be attacking him though if it were super aggressive. But plot. Tom says he thought it would be perfect to put out the fire. Alex is like, I know, this coming from someone who likes to do everything by herself, but we should always stick together, you freaking hypocrite. Tom explains he spent a lot of time on his own adventuring, you know, it was just him and his mom, so he's not used to it. And Alex says if the dragon riders are gonna work, you have to let us into your world too. I let you into mine, which is fair. It is fair because Alex did open up to him first, so I could understand, and at least they made this conversation a bit realistic. I thought it was very sweet, and it felt very relatable. And I'm like, you know what? I can take this. But now they're trying to solve a problem with the fire. I am actually surprised that AI Maker over here didn't make a whole army of robots to go put out the fire themselves. But anyway, so Tom says it's big, aggressive, has a huge mouth, and it likes those blinking bugs. Alex notices that they look like fireflies. So they caught a whole bunch of them and brought the dragons with them, which makes no sense because from the beginning, the dragons weren't attacking them when they were out of the water, but whatever. So the dragons follow them, and I swear to God, I'm like, please don't tell me that they're gonna use these dragons to spew water on the fire. Lord have mercy. It's only 2 dragons too. It's not even like it's many dragons. It's only 2 of them, but let's see how they're gonna solve this problem.
Alex?
First of all, every time the dragons have ever opened their mouths outside of the water, water didn't come out of their mouths. Maybe I'm stupid. Let's go back and check, shall we? Did you see that? The only water that spilled out the mouth was the water that was caught up in its jaws when it opened. It didn't spew a whole thing out or else he would have been completely soaked and washed away.
To talk it out.
You see, right up close, we see its freaking mouth. Is it spewing out tubs and mansions of water? No, it isn't. It's trying to eat. Oh my God. Oh my God, the writing in this is so freaking terrible. It is so terrible. Why now? And why with these 2 dragons would that be enough water to put out all the fire that we saw was engulfing the entirety of the forest? Furthermore, if any water was gonna come out of their mouths, it would have come out as soon as they left the water. What the hell is this? Oh my God, we solved the problem and saved everything with those 2 dragons that had endless copious amounts of portals to water. So it's not even part of the fire's gone. People at the freaking research center is like, the entire fire is just put out, completely gone. And then the freaking guy's like, I'll find the Thunderbird if it's the last thing I do. He's gonna pay. Oh my God, this is so bad. So Tom is all sad and Jude's like, what's going on? You're a good leader. Let me see. So he's like, you know what? You're right. I should open up to you, even though you keep secrets like shit, but whatever. So he tells her about the marking and he wants to know how it connects to him and his family. And he wants her to help because she's good with history, even though I'm hearing she's actually not because she gets things wrong about her own culture all the time. But anyways, this show's freaking dumb as rocks. Oh my God. Is this how people view children? And you wonder why you have children eating shit that they shouldn't be eating. Or on TikTok saying that they're hawks and shit. Look, I don't even know what to say. Anyway, thought it was gonna be a decent episode. I actually was like, you know what? This might be something. I was wrong. I was wrong. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Ulturi. You ask, we answer.